everyone, this is a great creative task that you can put your own creative spin on. Some parts are a bit fiddly, so you may need an adult to help you. This is all about creating your happy place. This could be where you live, where you'd like to go on holiday, or even a fantasy land. You can really put your own spin on it if you want to be in it, or put some animals in there, that's totally up to you. But there's definitely going to be a building, some people, some scenery, and hopefully yourself. So let's get started. To start, you're going to need the following: some scissors and a glue stick, some sellotape, some thread, or you can use some string. If not, you can use your pipe cleaners, some white paper or coloured, up to you, some coloured card, and you can pick as we go through the video what coloured card you'd like to use, and a box. This can be anything like a cereal box or something that you've had from the freezer, just something that is a decent size. This is a small cereal box, preferably has a white inside to make it easier. Some felt tip pens and some colouring pencils. To start, get your cardboard box and your scissors. You're going to need to cut out the front of your cardboard box. But first, if there's a lip like I have on this box, cut it off and put it to the side because we'll need to use it again later. To cut the top off the box, just simply follow the crease with your scissors. Go down one side and then go down the other side. This can sometimes be a bit tricky. Maybe get an adult to help you with some of the cutting. Once you've cut the top of the box off, put the other materials to the side as we'll need to use them later. We're now going to use this square piece of card or rectangle piece of card as a stencil. So get a white piece of paper or coloured if you prefer coloured, however I think white works better. Line it up and draw around the outside. This is going to be the back of your box for where your landscape is going to be. Once you've stenciled round the outside of the cutout, get your scissors and cut it out. Now it's time for you to get creative. Think about what your happy place means to you. Is it something real, something you've seen before, or is it something imaginary that only lives in your head? I've decided to do a country landscape, something with a nice river, lots and lots of grass and a big blue sky. I'm also going to put a horse in there as well, as I quite like animals and I think it's always nice to see a horse in a field. Have a think about what your happy place means to you. Will you be in your happy place? Who else will be in your happy place? Will it be family and friends? Or maybe some pets? You may have a pet dog you want to draw in. Or you may want to put in some imaginary creatures of your own. Maybe a snake with two heads. Or a lion with wings. Really get creative and use your colours really well. I'm using coloured crayons or coloured pencils to do the background. You can use felt tips, but I think it works better when you use the crayons instead. If you want to include yourself, maybe leave that till later. As you saw before in the other scenes, we can make you look more 3D so you stand out against everyone else. Get your black pen and go round the outside of all the lines you've made. I'm going over the hills, the trees, the horse and the river, as well as over some clouds. I also use the black pen to make some marks, whether that be the grass coming out of the ground or around the river, or maybe some of the clouds to make them look a bit more fluffy. Think about the textures in your scene and how they may look. Next, we're going to stick our landscape to the inside of our cardboard box. Get your glue stick and glue around the outside of your drawn landscape. Don't forget to put some glue on the centre as well to make sure it's secured. Line the landscape up to the inside of the box. Once in the right place, press to secure. Now we want to secure the box back together. Get your glue stick and start gluing the tabs of the box. Fold them in and press together. Do this on each corner of the box. If you don't have any glue, you can always use some sellotape instead. Now get the tab we cut off at the start of the video. Get some sellotape and stick on the long side of the tab. You will also want to put some sellotapes on the end as well to help secure it. Attach it to the shorter side of the box, in line with the other edges. Now it's time to put some characters into your scene. Get the piece of card you used for a stencil at the very start of this video. Think about what you'd like in your scene. Do you want to put yourself into the scene if you haven't already done so? Do you want to put maybe a tree, some animals? You can have as much as you like. I've decided to do a scarecrow who's going to sit next to my stable in the fields. When drawing your figures, you need to make sure you keep at least a 2 centimetre gap from the edges, especially the bottom, as this will be made into a flap to secure the figures into the scene. I'm going to be using a mixture of pencil crayons and felt tips, and will be doing the outline with a black pen. You can be as creative as you want with this, use as many colours and exciting textures. See how I've left a gap at the bottom? This is because I'm going to use this to secure it into the scene. Go around the outside of the characters with some scissors. See how I've left a flap at the bottom? Do this with yours as well and fold it over to create a hinge. Get your cardboard scene, place your characters within the scene to see where they would look best. Once you are happy with your characters, you need to colour in the base of your scene. I've decided to colour it in green to match the fields. Once all coloured in, get your characters and some sellotape. If you don't have any sellotape, you can always use a glue stick as well. Cut a piece off and attach it to the back of your character's tab. Position the character within the scene and then press down to stick. Do this with all of your characters or figurines. Now for our final stage. We're going to make our designs for the top of the scene. This can be things like the sun, some clouds, or birds. If you have any other creative ideas, go ahead and do them as well. Use any of the spare pieces of card, either from your cereal box or from what you used to make the house, to create these designs. I'm going to be making a sun and some clouds for my scene. When drawing your designs, you want to draw on a piece of card or paper that has been folded in half. So when you cut the design out, you have 2 replicas of the same design. I'm also going to do the same with some clouds, which I'm going to use some white paper for. Once my designs are all cut out, I need to get my piece of thread. If you don't have any thread in the house, then you can also use some string or even your pipe cleaners. I know I'm going to need 4 pieces of thread for my clouds and my sun. I start off by sticking all pieces of thread in between my cutouts with some sellotape. Once all the threads are secured, I will then put some glue on one of the sides of the clouds or sun and stick that in between where the thread is secured to make the thread invisible. Once done, I'm then going to draw my designs. I've started to draw some clouds onto the white pieces of paper. Remember to draw on both sides because these are 3D and you want to see it from both angles. Once your designs are ready, get your landscape scene. Roughly place your designs within the box to see how long you'd like them to be. Once you've got a suitable length, attach a piece of sellotape to the thread and attach it to the roof of the box and push down to secure. Put the box upright to make sure that it's not fallen and that it's in the right place. If it's not in the right place, simply unstick it and stick where you'd like it. Do this for all of your designs. And there you go, your very own happy place. You can add extras to this, whether those be some pebbles, maybe some shells, sand, mud, or even your own little trinkets, maybe memories from trips away or stuff you have done with family or friends. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to add the origami house to your scene, just click on the link below in the description for further instructions on how to make it. Don't forget to put your own spin on this, because the most creative will be getting a prize.